the way it was. And so we had a lot of time to adjust to those things. And early on, in our first couple of tours, we'd meet some famous people. And sometimes they weren't so nice. And you'd go, don't want to meet my heroes anymore because they might not be nice. But that's just a generalization. That's not true. One of the things I loved about the scene that you came from, we were talking about this the other night, was that the great thing about the grunge movement, and I know that's an oft-misused expression, but you know, where I came from in Toronto, there was no sense of community between musicians. It was all competition because we're all trying to get in the same bar gigs. And so, you know, you were friendly, but it was not close. And the Brits, you know, they had this idea of when you became a successful rock star, you were kind of like a lord of the manor. And it was, again, a bit alienating, you know. But your scene was inclusive. You guys all played on each other's records. You were really relaxed about the whole idea of making music and casual. And Neil, Alex, and I really were drawn to that and really respected that scene. And that's where we wanted to be. But it's a slippery slope. I tell a story. You see, Neil was very shy, and he was intimidated by people asking for autographs. In the early days, you know, we would sign for people after shows and things like that. And he would go along with it because Alex and I would go along with it. And later in his life, he got a little prickly about it, shall we say. And so he decided he just didn't want to do that. And that became a kind of paranoia for him. And it's really not a healthy experience. But it was a little contagious. And I went through one period, and one episode that happened to me that changed me was, we had just finished a long tour. The last gig was in Germany. I was about to leave on a trip with Nancy through Germany. And Nancy and I had gone through kind of a rough patch, so things were not ideal.